it's Annika here, and today I have a pink rose themed card to share with you today. I'll be using this stamp set from Altenew, and along with the two colours of ink, and then I am using, since I'm doing a slimline card, I'm using this beautiful die from scrapbook.com. I just love these little hearts all over, absolutely adorable. And I'm using the Sherbet, the smooth cardstock, which is sized perfectly for a slimline card, so I don't need to cut, and the die fits as well, so this should be quite an easy assembly. I love that. Oh, and I had already die cut the heart paper from Neenah's Little White Cardstock. So now I'm just stamping the rose and one leaf, and I'm using my Misty, and as I showed you, I'll be using ink from scrapbook.com, and this is the rose group and then the green group. And the rose uses 4 colours, but the leaf only needs 3. So I'm starting with the darkest colour for the outline. And then I'd already cut down my cardstock to size, so I didn't have to fiddle too much. And I just use the same size and repeat the step as many times as needed. That really helps especially if you're doing many cards at once. Now that's the first layer, and then the second one. And what I love about the scrapbook.com inks that they are all numbered from 1 to 4. So that makes layering stamps like these absolutely dreamy. So I don't have to think as much, which is good. I just keep on stamping, and I do this I do 2 roses, so I'm doing this twice. And then I do end up adding more leaves, because there are 2 sizes of leaves, and I'll do that off camera, because that is just the same thing as I'm doing here. Inking, stamping, and again. Now this rose is looking absolutely beautiful. Oh, just love it. Beautiful colours. Now I'm just die cutting those pieces using my Big Shot, and I am using the Magic Mat, and it is an absolutely amazing tool. It just makes the die cutting so easy, especially if you do lots of, if you die cut intricate dies. It is absolutely amazing. And these just pop out, and I'll do the same with the other ones that I've already stamped. So here we are. Now I just need to figure out how I want these roses and leaves to look. So I'm just placing them here and there, figuring out what I like and what I don't. And I want to tuck these leaves in behind, just figuring out what is the best thing to do and which rose I want to be the focal point. So here I am switching it up as so, and I like this arrangement. So I am using my mint tape from scrapbook.com to stick these all together, and then I can just move these to the side and they will wait in perfect shape while I do all the rest. So first of all, I just apply adhesive to the card base itself, and you can use any adhesive that you want. I prefer rollers or tape for that, and I just mount that on, make sure it's all there looking as good as it can. And then I am adding liquid glue to the die cut shape. Now the reason for the liquid one is just, well, to get into all those nooks and crannies, and since it's lots of pattern, I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything and things don't go, well, crumbling. So just make sure to use a very light hand. If you squeeze the smart glue, you will get a blob and a half of glue, so just be gentle. And I just place that onto the corner and move it up and make sure everything is in the right position, pressing and all that stuff, making sure that everything is stuck down and I'm not getting glue all over the place. And here I'm just using a clear block to help me pressure more evenly around the die cut. And now I bring in the stamped images. Sorry, I got lots of words there. And I'm using the 1/8 width foam tape from scrapbook.com. I really love this tape. It is just the right width to be able to use as I'm doing here, just manipulating it and turning it and bending, and it just does exactly what you want. And plus, if you like to make shaker cards, this is an excellent foam adhesive for that. Absolutely fantastic. And then I add the foam squares here and there, and just making sure that I have everything stuck on some kind of glue, meaning that they won't pop off in the mail or when the person receives it. So loads of tape to make sure nothing falls out. And then all I have to do is peel off the backing of the foam adhesive. And I like having a little bin, just a little plastic jar from IKEA, so I can put all the tiny bits there and they're not floating around my desk and getting stuck and well, just making a mess. And now I just place the arrangement where I would like it to be, pressing down and then just removing the tape ever so carefully. And it's all done. And you may have noticed that there's one leaf missing. For some reason I managed to lose it, but I guess not. It's supposed to be like that. And then there are a few bits and bobs where I thought I might need a bit of glue just to make sure I don't rip or anything. So I just used that pokey tool to be able to put the glue underneath. And that is the main part done. So next I am going to be adding a bit of shine and stuff. So I am reaching for my pops of colour, sorry. And I'm using two different pinks. One is Bubblegum, I think the other one is Soft Pink. I will have links to everything I used down below, so you'll be able to figure out what I used in case I say something that is not correct. Now all of these come with a stopper in them. It's a tiny red one. All you have to do there is just take a towel or anything and just pick it up, screw the dip back on, or the nib, and you're ready to go. Now I like my drops to be as round as possible. In order to do that, I just squeeze ever so lightly, and while I am twisting, I am releasing the pressure as well. So that way I won't be getting those little tops. So like I said, just squeeze ever so gently, and then when I'm swirling to make sure they're round, I am releasing the pressure ever so slowly. I take my time just to make sure that they are as round as possible, because if I'm in a hurry, I will most likely make a mistake. And I'm just adding drops here and there. No rhyme or reason, it's just I want to add a bit of shine, so I'm using these absolutely gorgeous colours for that. So this is in fact a very pink card, as you can see. And that is basically the card finished. It was really fun to make, went to buy so quickly because the cardstock fits the card base and the die cut fits ever so perfectly on top, and then it's just a matter of stamping and arranging and creating those little drops here and there. Thank you ever so much for watching, and if you're interested, please subscribe, and I will have links to everything I use down below. See you next time. Bye.